Would you mind defining woke? Because it's come up a couple times and I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
So, I mean, woke is sort of the idea that this is going to be one of those moments that goes viral. I mean, woke is something that's very hard to define, and we've spent an entire chapter defining it. It is sort of the understanding that we need to totally reimagine and redo society in order to create hierarchies of oppression. It's hard to explain in a 15-second soundbite.
Today, we are breaking down the real history of the term woke, a term that started in Black communities, became a rallying cry during the Civil Rights era, and resurfaced during the Black Lives Matter movement. And then somehow, along the way, became commandeered as a political insult. Today, we are going to explore that journey. In Black communities, to be awake or to be woke didn't mean not resting or not sleeping. It meant being alert. It meant being aware. And more specifically, it meant being aware of racial injustice. One of the first known uses for the term woke came in 1938, when blues legend Leadbelly talked about the criminal case of the Scottsboro Boys, 9 Black teenagers falsely accused of sexually assaulting 2 white women. He literally warned his audience to stay woke, to be conscious of the dangers invoked by racism. So from the beginning, woke wasn't slang for trendy or cool, it was survival language. By the 1950s and 60s, during the height of the Civil Rights Movement, woke had become a coded reminder. It meant don't be fooled by the promises of progress, don't fall asleep, stay aware of segregation, stay aware of police brutality, and stay aware of systemic racism, even if the world denies those things. Artists, poets, and activists carried that word as a cultural marker. For African Americans, being woke was about vigilance. It was about consciousness in a world built to deny their reality, a world built to deny their existence. As the movement shifted into the late 60s and 70s, through the rise of Black power and cultural nationalism, the term woke still carried weight. To be woke now meant having a political consciousness, understanding Black pride, understanding Black autonomy, and the fight against imperialism, not just racism at home. It was both a political identity and a cultural warning. Stay sharp, stay educated, stay aware. Fast forward to the 2010s, the term woke regained mainstream usage through Black Lives Matter. After the killings of Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, and so many others, stay woke became a hashtag, a protest chant, and a reminder that systemic racism didn't disappear after the Civil Rights Act. In this era, to be woke meant being aware of police violence, mass incarceration, and the inequalities that still shaped Black life in America. It spread into music, memes, and social media, where people used it as shorthand for being socially conscious and politically aware. But then something happened. As the term woke entered pop culture, it got picked up outside of Black communities. At first, it meant being socially aware in general, whether about racism, sexism, LGBTQ plus rights, or climate change. But soon critics started mocking it. By the late 2010s and into the 2020s, conservative politicians and commentators have flipped woke into a catch-all insult, a way to dismiss progressive ideas as extreme or as out of touch. So now, in today's culture wars, the term that once meant vigilance against racism is often used as a punchline or a political weapon.
Woke is accepting everything that is evil. So, for instance, monster cans. Each line represents a 6. So you got 666. And then if you look on the monster can itself, in the O of the monster, it has a cross, and it's got, represents the Antichrist. So when you drink it, you've got the cross coming down. And that's
wokeism, yes, sort of in a nutshell.
Yes, in a nutshell, it's accepting everything that's evil as good.
Could you have another example of when you run into wokeism?
What they're doing with the schools.
Like,
and the children and trying to indoctrinate them. I have a granddaughter who's 6 years old, and
you have a granddaughter?
yeah,
Wow, you look great for having a granddaughter.
thank you.
Tell me then, so what kind of indoctrination? I'm asking you just for specific.
I like to graduate high school in Stevens Point. I mean, I have it on my phone. It's talking about gender issues and issues that shouldn't even be discussed in school. And pushing young children. If it were up to my granddaughter, she would be a dog. And they would be letting her crawl around on the floor and identify as a dog. Until 2 weeks from now, then she'd be a cat.
So here's the journey. From Black vernacular in the 1930s, to a survival code during Jim Crow, to a rallying cry in the civil rights and Black Power eras, to a protest slogan during the Black Lives Matter movement, and finally, to a contested term in today's politics. Whatever you think of the term woke, its roots run deep in African American history, and understanding that history means respecting where it came from. Stay informed, stay critical, and most importantly, stay woke. Thank you.